Catherine.
And I'm Kristen.
And we're with the Thomas Group at Love Local Real Estate in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we're gonna go over everything involved with the cost of living in Las Vegas. But before we get into it, if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and check out our website, thethomasgrouplv.com. Today we are in Exploration Peak Park in the southwest area of Las Vegas near Mountain's Edge. And stay tuned for a video of this amazing park. As you can see behind us, there's a little mountain and you can actually hike it, pretty easy hike, but the view from it is stunning. Nice. So definitely subscribe and stay up to date with everything and look out for that video.
All right, so overall, the cost of living in Las Vegas is still really affordable compared to other US cities, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But it's definitely raising. Like, it's not like when I first moved here, you could rent a house for like $900.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Definitely not that anymore.
Yeah, so we're having a lot of people coming in from major cities, California and such, that's pushing up our cost of living. Let's show you what the actual statistics are. All right, so the median household income in Las Vegas is around $53,000, and with the average being around $78,000.
So right now the minimum wage is about $9.75 an hour without benefits. With benefits, it's $8.75. And by 2024, it should increase to $12 an hour without benefits and $11 with benefits.
Now currently, the median sales price for a single family home here in Las Vegas is around $355,000. Now, if you put that in with a 20% down payment and your HOA and homeowners insurance, you can expect your payment to be around $1,800 a month. Now, along those same lines, speaking of homeowners insurance, we don't have floods, fires, earthquakes, all that jazz here. So your homeowner's insurance is gonna be way lower than, California,
Absolutely.
Florida and stuff. The average for, a regular 3-bed, 2-bath home here is only about $750 a year.
All right, so let's talk about average rent. If you're looking to rent a small apartment around 900 square feet, it'll be roughly $1,200 a month. If you want a single family rental, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, expect it to be a little bit closer to $1,650. Now, as we always say in real estate, location, location, location,
yes.
though. So it depends on what part of town you want to be in, and it could start to vary a little bit depending on the areas.
Now, one of the best parts about living in Las Vegas in Nevada is our tax system.
Yes.
It's super advantageous. So we do not have any state income tax. Yeah, compare that to California's, where the high point, I think, is around 13% going up. Yeah, from there. So really, really good bonus. Now, where do we get our income from? So we actually rely really heavily on the hotel occupancy tax. So
yes,
everybody come visit and pay that for us. And we also have a sales tax of 8.375%.
So speaking about reasonable taxes, our property taxes are actually really reasonable as well. They can be a bit hard to calculate because they are based on assessed value, but for a $350,000 home, it's about $1,700 a year for the taxes.
Yeah, and something really cool actually about taxes or property taxes in Nevada is that, number one, for your primary residence, the increase is capped at 3%. Every year. Yeah, and unlike California, if the house sells from a primary resident to a primary resident, the property taxes do not reset. So this is a really cool thing that we have here. Now, this is actually why you'll notice if you're looking at property taxes, doing some research on different houses, I mean, it can vary like thousands of dollars, the same floor plan. And that's really dependent on if it was owned by an investor that didn't have that cap on it or not. So something to keep in mind for sure.
All right, so let's get into some other costs associated with just living anywhere. So groceries, they are about 4% higher than the average in other major US cities.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you'll probably hear about when you're researching the cost of living here is transportation costs. So we do actually have a slightly higher car registration fee than you would find in a lot of other areas, but I feel like it's honestly a little bit overhyped. Let me give you some examples of what your registration fee would be. Now, how this is calculated is MSRP of the car, so what the car is worth currently. So when you have a brand new car, it's going to be
up there.
Yeah, but it's going to depreciate pretty fast. As you do, you drive it off the lot.
And it depreciates right away.
Yeah, exactly. So then your costs are going to go down every year. Now, just as an example, if you bought a 2-year-old car that was worth $20,000, you can expect your car registration fees to be $330 for that year. Now, here's where things get a little bit more expensive. Say you bought a brand new car that was worth $50,000. That initial registration is going to be $875. You can see where that might add up.
Yeah, definitely.
But I get it. If you're buying a $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 car,
everything is going to be a little higher associated with
it.
it. So
yeah.
And so another cost associated with cars is your car insurance. And so for one person, it's about $125 a month, and it is based on your zip code. So this is for Las Vegas. Henderson or different zip codes would be a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. And I've heard that insurance is a little bit higher here because people are super litigious, right? Like you drive down the expressway, you see all the signs for the attorneys.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've actually found if you're accident free, it's not that bad. I've gotten in the past a couple of accidents, and I'll tell you, it shot up quick, but now mine's back down, thank goodness.
Yeah, and with anything, if you have the insurance company you've been with for a while, it might go down. And if you bundle things, if you have your home insurance, car, so you can definitely bring it down a little bit more.
And the one last thing that's a little bit more expensive here, and I guess for all of out west compared to the rest of the US, is the cost of gas. Currently it's about $3.33, and I was surprised that right now the national average is $2.88. So I actually didn't even realize our gas prices were high.
I didn't realize it was as high as it was.
Yeah.
But I also usually get it from Sam's. So if you have a Sam's or a Costco membership, your gas is a little bit less expensive. So it's worth the membership for sure.
Good point.
So let's talk about healthcare real quick.
This is a big one.
So your average cost of healthcare is going to be $364 before government subsidies and $195 a month after. And so if you go with something like a bronze plan, it'll be $285 plus a month, and that's a really high deductible. And so if you want a little bit lower of a deductible, obviously the cost per month is going to go up. So a gold plan is about $500 a month.
Per person.
Per person, yeah.
Now, just to leave you with some final thoughts on living in Las Vegas versus the cost of living in some other major cities.
And why Las Vegas is a great place to move.
Yes, girl. So the cost of living here is 31% lower than living in Los Angeles.
And it's 28% lower than living in San Diego.
49% lower than living in Honolulu.
And also 49% lower than living in San Francisco.
Oof.
That's huge.
San Fran is pricey.
Yeah.
Wow. So we really hope that you found this extremely useful for your budgeting and stuff if you guys are thinking about moving to Las Vegas. And if you are thinking about making the move, we would absolutely love to help. We are the Thomas Group with Love Local Real Estate, and you can find our information again at thethomasgrouplv.com. We offer free consultations. We are here to help you guys with your relocation. And shoot us any questions you might have. Really quick, last thing before we go, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on real estate, everything happening in Las Vegas, things to do, etc. And with that, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.